Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good day to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Welcome back to the channel, me, Dragonborn McQueen, and a bit of Planet Coaster. So I've just got it paused at the entrance here, which is exactly where Matty's review, that hopefully you've seen, Iron Matty's review from earlier. Um, I'm just going to wait for people to get here, because there are a few behind the scene things that I want to talk to people about and give you a bit of insight. One of the things was also the penguins. So there's 15 penguins hidden around the park, but there's also a pink penguin as well. So we'll get to that eventually. Well, I'll try and do the penguins as quickly as I can actually, because that was quite frustrating for people, I think. But yeah, it's a not a bad little park, and I've spent quite a lot of time on attention to detail and stuff. So I would like to talk you all through it and everything. We've got a comment. Hi, Gaz. Straight in there with the first comment. Should have put first. That's what people do, usually. But yeah, this is where he started. I did say to view it all in Plipcam, so we could go around in Plipcam. Actually, I want to pause it because something's going to happen soon. So let's go into Plipcam. Let's pick this guy. Jarrett Murdoch. Let's just Plipcam. There we go. So now we're viewing from his point of view. So, the thief has been caught. Good, good, good. So we'll take the same route that Iron Matty took, which was out here beyond the border of the park, down this little country lane. Because there is a penguin here. Quite an easy to find penguin compared to some of the other ones I hid. There is a kind of a red herring back here as well. I'll quickly show you as we pass by. Let's pause it before we... it's not too late. Oh no, actually, yeah, let's pause it. But yeah, there's actually a pink penguin in the back here. Just, but that's like a red herring because there's, including that one, there's 16, which is even worse now. But some of them are in devious places, I must admit, and it's probably harder because they're not in buildings. So if you have buildings, there's only so many you have to look at. So there's this one here, but we'll look at the way down there. Sorry, my camera work is awful. Way down there, Abbey. We'll look at this because there's a little Easter egg here. If we stand here, and this is kind of goes with the Ghostbuster Easter egg. So, and I said there were 5 Easter eggs. This is one of them, but yeah. So that was a little Easter egg thing, kind of nod towards ghost stories in England and also Ghostbusters because I like Ghostbusters. So yeah, we'll just wait for a few more people to get in here, and then we can start doing the penguin, revealing the penguins. So I'll show you one penguin. There's a yeah, the penguin by the car. We'll try and get to daylight actually, so it's easy for you to see. Now we've done that Easter egg. Let's put it over to midday, as that's better for everyone. So there's this penguin obviously getting in his car, and let's get our flip cam, which means I'm going to go back to the entrance. But we shall show all the penguins. So that penguin, I'm trying to think from there, where's the next penguin? So the next penguin, probably the next penguin closest to that is this penguin. but they are mostly around rides. I'm not going to say they're all around rides because there is one in quite an obscure location. But then if you come under here, I don't want to show you too much of the park. There's a penguin behind the waterfall with a life ring around him, so that's 3 so far. I'm trying to think where the others are. It's kind of bad when you don't remember where you've hidden penguins around your own park, isn't it? I know top of the lift hill there is one as well. There we go, in a hot air balloon, top of the lift hill. So that's 3, that's 4, isn't it, so far? And I said 15, so 4. And then back here in this little backstage area, behind the information shop, that's 5. Park's really busy, but we need to be in the park in Yesterday Lane for number 6, which is here in the phone booth. And there we go, number 6. I love these guys. Yeah, I must admit, I noticed on the PS5 it doesn't have problems with the graphical glitches, which I get on PS4, so that's kind of good. So that was 6. Back here is number 7, just hidden here on the back of the boat, right next to the coaster. Number 8 is in the hangar, which Matty found. So, into the hangar. And yeah, penguin there. That's number 8. If we go all the way up here, and then I'll walk around the park and talk about all the influences in the park and that sort of thing. Number 8. That's 9, 10, 11 there. The 3 playing music. So that's 11. Now, way over here, oh, okay, zooming out. Way over here is number 12. I'm kind of trying to waste time here because, yeah, perfectly. Yeah, it's that little thing. It's amazing what happens when you've been building a park for about 2 or 3 months, what you get up to, because you get bored or frustrated. So that was 12, was it? So there's 3 more I've got to remember where they are. Oh yeah, I remember where one is. So they were asking what, and the review, they were asking what these guys were doing here, and they duck because the coaster comes over, and they're coming back from the pub because they're dressed like the people from the pub, which is around here. We'll have a look at all that when we go on the boat tour. But right here is a penguin. So that's 13 penguins, and I've got to remember where the last 2 penguins are. Yeah, I can't remember. That's bad, isn't it? I took pictures of them all the other day. Okay, there's 2 more penguins to find. I'm pretty sure there's 2 more penguins to find. See, when you put on the spot, you can't find them so easily. Ah, I know. Yep. One of them they found on the video. There's this one at the door. There's this one at the door. There we go, that's 14. And the other one was in the tent. Over here. So that's 15 penguins. 15 penguins. All at the start of the stream. So, there we go. There are 15 penguins and a pink penguin or a red herring at the start of the park. So, we can now resume. And this kind of got missed off the review just out here, because if you look out, it's just to give people, while they're queuing for Dock on the Bay, something to look at, a bit of entertainment. You kind of see it from this coaster, but on this coaster you also see a view of this, and this I kind of, over here is kind of empty, and I might do some work on that because I've got 14% to play with, so I can add some more foresty areas or something. But we will ride all the rides and have a look around properly, and I'll talk about things. But before I do all that, I'll come over to a few things that confuse people. It confused Matty and Tommy. Was this on the top of the manor house, which is actually an observatory with a telescope poking out. I know it's kind of obscure and it doesn't really look like it, but it was the closest roof I could find that wouldn't have a massive piece count because the building on its own is 1,000 pieces. So I've gone beyond that in my latest park. I've gone to nearly 2,000 pieces for one building, so just as you do. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. I think this is quite a lot. I think this is nearly, it's only 194. That's quite conservative, really, for one of my builds. So yeah, this was the main build. This bridge took a long time. I mean, that's nearly 2,000 pieces. So yeah, seems to be in every park. I try and do a 2,000 piece. I've actually saved the bridge and I've saved this as well, the manor house, and yeah, the sills being used there. I often use the Ghostbusters sill pieces as on top of doors and bottom of doors, and I've got shutters on it and everything. So I wanted to make it look a bit flashier than the average house. But yeah, we do get graphical glitches on PS4, unfortunately. Things don't render in properly, unfortunately. On PS5 though, it looked quite nice. I must admit. So there's my incentive to get a PS5. That's what I should work towards this year. So we'll go back in, and because all the sights and sounds, we'll go back into Plipcam and we'll walk through the areas and go on the coasters and stuff and the rides. Humphrey Weldon, your name is now Plipcam, sir, because we want to have a look around. So I'll unpause it as well. Thanks, mate. Perfect view. So what Plipcam does is allow me to walk around at guest level. And yeah, the water features, which kind of feel a little bit out of place, I feel now, once you get into the rest of the park. But it's supposed to be the modern refurbishment. Is at the front of the park. These have actually got benches in, but hardly anyone sits in them. So the guests can sit on here should they choose to. Oh, they're all looking at the yeah, they're looking at the coaster. Whoa. I am no good with this camera. I make everyone sick. So I apologise. I'm used to creating and not directing videos that often. Yeah, so the idea behind this was I was kind of just doing an Art Deco style build, and then I thought, oh, Street Fox Coffee really lends itself to it, and it's the Plipcam look as well. Yeah, my little water feature. The thought behind this saying here was I'd seen Mimi Little Sock's video about how he announced he was going to do a Great British Park, and this is what I thought of. So it's, so a seed planted will always grow, and I sort of sat on the idea for a very long time, and then when I came to build it, I had all these ideas of what I wanted to do in the park and how I wanted to make it very British in style and feel. And yeah, that was one of the ideas behind that. Another reference Easter egg which was remarked upon, but I don't think anyone got, and I got told off by my son because he said, yeah, that's a bit obscure, was down here. I do like the sound of all the birds down here, it's nice and calm. It was a shrubbery, which is a Monty Python reference. So, hello Matty. Nice of you to pop by. Yeah, the shrubbery reference was a bit obscure, and I didn't think you'd get it because it's a Monty Python reference to the Knights Who Say Knee in Holy Grail. But yeah, I didn't think. I've done the penguins. Do you want me to go around and show you all the penguins again? because I now know where they all are. Your arch nemesis. And should I put penguins in my new park? Is the next question. The next big question. Let's pop up here. I'm going to do a quick ride of this. Do you? Yes, please. Yeah, I guess you might want to know where the penguins are. I'll do a quick ride round Forever Autumn. So let's jump into it straight from here. Yeah, there we go, and get into the correct train. The best view for this, I find, not front bumper, look forward, yep, there we go. Providing anyone gets in. Yeah, I tried to keep this as realistic as I could, whereas I've not bothered with that in my latest part so much. Thump. Oh, and there we go, we come out of Plipcam. Right, let's do the penguins again. I did do the penguins, and I'd forgotten where some of them were, actually. Right, it amazed me how close you came to finding some of the penguins. So we'll start on the right-hand side like I just did a minute ago. I'll follow the route you did. Just so you can know where the penguins were. And I showed another Easter egg at the beginning, but if we get round to the same time next day, I'll show you it again. It was the one that you missed. There's a red herring here, which is like a pink penguin in here, which is not doesn't count as one of the penguins. But yeah, there's a pink penguin there. Hello, Georgie. How you doing? So there's this penguin here you spotted. I was saying the Ghostbusters stuff was an Easter egg, even though it's part of the game, because I do like Ghostbusters and things, and I watched the new one, Afterlife, with my boys, so yeah. So that's one penguin. Second penguin from closest from him is the penguin at... I'm sorry about the camera views, I'm a bit fast with it all. Is here, but the penguin you didn't spot, so that's two. There's 15 of them. 3 behind the waterfall with a little rubber dinghy. So it's amazing how bored you get when you're building a park sometimes. 3. Where was from here? Let me. Oh, sorry about that. 3. Oh yeah, I know where. So this one you walked right by, and you just cut through quickly. But he's here. Well, that's 4. So he's just behind, and I was like, just turn left, just turn left. I'm shouting when I was watching the video. Yeah, Afterlife. Yeah, I did enjoy it. I watched it with my boys, and so, well, one of my boys, I think Kieran watched it with me. I can't remember. One of my boys watched it with me. And yeah, we enjoyed it. So, and another one here. So that's what, 5 so far in the phone booth. I thought you'd have a look at least, turn left, and then. But I was like, okay, that one was a bit obscure. So that's 5. And then we come over to the hangar, which you found. Oh no, before the hangar, the beach, which is there, and then come up onto the boat right next to, and he's on the back of the boat. 6. So that's 6. 7 in the hangar. Let's put some sound on. If I'm a bit quiet, tell me, by the way, because I've got all the sound on. So 7. One over here by the jacuzzi built, you know, the broken down jacuzzi. That's 8. Oh yeah, I missed one actually on my last run through. On the back here, 9. And you came and looked at this, and I'm like, just to the right. I was literally shouting at my phone. So, so sorry. How many am I up to so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Right, 8, isn't it? It's 8. I've probably got more than 8. I've probably got more than 15 in here. So 9 over here. Yeah, on this way out here, which I'm just hanging around here because it's kind of nice to hang around in the countryside next to a guy fishing, and I'm not wasting time at all and using the time wasting technique. Oh, what was that? So yeah, another little shark. They're basking sharks, honestly. I need to get you to 500. Yeah, subs. My new mission to help you reach 500 subs. Once my voice comes back and record again, you'll have to join me for a spotlight. That'd be great. I'd love to, but I'm only PS4, so bear that in mind. So I don't know whether I'll be able to share play a PS5 park. Oh, mind you, we might be able to do a PS4 park. Yeah, there's 3 here we spotted already. So how many penguins has that been so far? I've lost count. Oh, and there's one more. There's 2 more penguins. So probably, yeah, there's definitely 2 more penguins. So you came and looked at these guys walking back from the pub that duck when the roller coaster goes over their head, and there's a little penguin hidden in the bush. So was I up to 13? I can't remember. And then one more is at the top of Into the Blue in the hot air balloon, having a nice view of the whole park. So I think that's all of them. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Pretty sure. But yeah, if I think of any more penguins as we wander around, I'll point them out. But yeah, I think that's all 15. You can share play a PS5 park. Won't matter. Oh right, cool. Oh come on, how the hell am I supposed to have found that? We weren't meant to find all 15, but you wanted to find 8, and you walked past about 5 of them, and they were like really on the main pathway. Yeah, I had to put one obscure for people that would be doing it, on their own time. It's like, where's Wally? He's not going to be in an easy place to find. But yeah, the one in the phone booth, I couldn't believe you missed that one. Especially after Tommy said, there's a red phone box there, and I'm like, they're going to look, they're going to look. And this guy, I couldn't believe you missed him either. I must admit, some of the others were a little bit more obscure. But, and another detail you didn't see was this guy's telescope. I spent ages building this telescope. I spent longer than I should have done anyway, building this telescope. Coaster supports and things. Oh great! I love it when the camera does that. Yeah, a nice little telescope. So it's easier just to latch onto the building. We'll go for a ride on the dock on the bay, and anyone can fire questions at me and stuff. That water feature is just pucker. Yeah, I love that. I do like that. When I came up with the idea of that, I was like, I'm going to stick a tree in a water feature. And I was like, how stupid is that? And then I was like, no, I can make it work. was my thinking behind that. I'm like, right, start with fountain, ornamental base. I think I built the ornamental base first. Start the fountain underneath. These came in last, and it was just trying to get the tree to sort of blend in that bit. So I was like, how can I do it? And bushes was the obvious choice. This gives quite nice views. But let's get on the dock on the bay anyway, and I'll show you what I was talking about, because I tried to explain the best way to view this, I found. What you do is guest facing, and then you can just spin round to the back of the... Oh, and I was aware of the clipping issue that you spotted under here. Yeah, I'll show everyone the clipping issue. And then you can just zoom in and out as you decide. But yeah, the clipping issue I was aware of. But I think I got about 60% of the park done, or 65% of the park done. And I was like, right, I can't really change that at this point. So I'm just going to have to live with it. But yeah, you can zoom out. And then you get to see a bit more at an elevated position. And it also rotates with the view. So I think it only works on transport rides anyway. But yeah, it's quite nice for doing your little reviews and that. Once you get the hang of it, it's way easier to use. Here comes the coaster. Oh, wait, we should be on this train anyway. I should be on the one leaving. Let's start at the beginning. Yeah, that's the one leaving. Right. So guest facing, spin round, zoom. So you can zoom in or out. Oh, hang on. Let's zoom in. There we go. So yeah, the game Bowls I put in there because I used to play Bowls a lot with my great uncle and his family when we used to go to family gatherings each year. The locks were because where I grew up, the Grand Union Canal used to run past. I used to cycle alongside the Grand Union Canal, so I was always alongside locks. So I was like, locks are obvious. The building designs came from Google, really, a lot of them. Although the pub on the right is actually a pub from my hometown, so I put that in there. Whereas the next park I've done is completely out of my imagination, and there's no Googled images or anything. But I'm kind of confident I can still. It's adventure. I'll do a preview of it anyway before we'll have a look. It's a work in progress, so bear that in mind. It's not going to have quite the same finish that this park has got. But I think I definitely like building deciduous and that sort of Arctic parks. Although my next one I'm thinking about doing pirate theme. The one next one. I've thought about sci-fi as well, but I've not got any really good ideas for sci-fi yet. So I'm just going to let them like come to fruition, and then I will go from there. And I totally agree with the too many carts on the track, but because I've built everything and they've been there for so long and I've had guests running to get a feel for the park, I can't really go in and change anything. Yeah, I mean ripping out a whole ride and starting again, so I don't want to do that. And you spotted the Doctor Who Easter egg by the pub, and you spotted the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Easter egg that neither of you knew what it was. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy I read when I was travelling, so that's why I put that in there. Nice views of the coaster wherever we go. But yeah, the bridge was probably the longest thing. And I also checked whether any parks have had air shows, and there was one in America, but it got grounded in the 90s after a terrible accident. So I thought, okay, I'm not so mad for putting an airfield in a theme park. But I'd come up with the idea before I checked. I should have done some research first of all. Any Apocalypse Fallout parks? Ooh, I want to see a sci-fi park. Hardly ever see any. I only spotted one or two in all I've done. My little... Oh yeah, the Last of Us theme park. Yeah, did you do that on your channel? Yeah, that was quite good. I suppose that's close to apocalyptic. Your reviews of... I wouldn't say your reviews are little, Matty. I think, yeah, you're doing very well. And rightfully so, you know. And I think Chrissy should do more penguin hunts. I should put penguins in my next park for her to find. And then my next park after that. My next park after that. So, she can hunt the penguins. I'd get more and more devious though, that's the problem. Because that's just the kind of person I am, I suppose. I will never be beaten. This as well, here, this tunnel. I mean, you can lightly see it, but you can't. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to jump out. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I will jump back into it. I'm going to change it to. Let's change it to 5:30 because it's dusk. Then the sun's setting. It's quite a nice time. Oh, well, hang on. Yeah, sunset. That's quite a nice time because the. Let's go. Where were we in the tunnel? Where? I can't even see which one we're on. Guest facing, guest facing. Tunnel. No, tunnel, please. Where am I? Yeah, that one was entering the tunnel. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there's all sort of light in the tunnel, which you can't really see during the day, but at night time, you get a nice, or dusk, you get a nice. I forgot I did one. Eden Gardens. Oh yeah, Halloween edition, which was a complete apocalypse park. No guests or rideable rides. PS4 as well. It was a walkthrough experience. Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that as well. I've watched everything on your channel. I've watched all of Tommy's channel. I'm currently going through M&J Games, and there's a lot on their channel there with all the vlogs and everything. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but it's just I'm like, how many videos have they done? It's good. There's loads. There's a lot more PS4 parks than I realised in the short time the game's been out, and there's some really good ones as well, like amazing creations. You know, all different styles as well. I think there's the artistic styles, you know, the creative ones, which is more what I lean towards, and then there's obviously the ones that you enjoy and Michael enjoys, the realistic ones. I appreciate them as well. But I still can't work out, even though I've seen tutorials on transfer tracks, I cannot work out how to do a transfer track. I cannot work out how to do a transfer track at all. So I might attempt that in a sci-fi park, a transfer track. And I've also seen how to do the glitch where you make the coaster go one way and then suddenly turn around on itself, because Tommy explained that on his channel, and I still to this day cannot figure it out. So I'm just like, no. Although I built a dual coaster recently, so they fully deserve 1,000 subs. Yeah, Tommy should be 1,000 as well. No, the transfer. Yeah. A transfer Tesco. Is that what I said? Transfer track. I'm pretty sure I said transfer track. But no, it's late. I've been out all day. Which also gave me an idea of how small theme parks in Britain, or small themed attractions are staffed and managed in Britain. And I was like, no, don't go getting more and more ideas. Yeah, we'll do a preview of my other park once we've been on the last two coasters. Oh, the orca. I put the orca in here because orca are migratory and go around all around the world. And I put them in because I'd obviously seen them in New Zealand, which I think I mentioned to you in the Discord. So yeah, we're nearly back. Nearly back at the station. I know it goes really close to the coaster, but I was like, I cannot bring it under that bit of the track there to the left. There's no way. And I didn't want it to turn too tight that way. Here we go. We're going to get the coast to come right by, I think. Are we? Yes? No? No? Yeah, there we go. It's one of my favourite views. It's better when you're coming up towards it and the coast comes past in front of you. It looks lovely. No, I said track, not disco. I said disco. I'm still not salty about it. What me seeing Orca? Well, I went on quite a few dolphin watches over there. So let's go to into the blue. Yeah, we've got this nice sunset time, so you get to see the lights and you also get to appreciate the details, which is my favourite time. This I built really late as well. The little water feature, I suppose, on top of this as well. You didn't see this. Was a couple of people having a picnic next to the river. You did walk past it, I think. I do like the splash zone. If we go to the splash zone quickly, you did spot the splash zone, yeah. If we stand here looking directly at it, here, whoa, hang on. Yeah, when the coast comes through, here we go. It's really close. I can hear it. It's going to. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, so the water splashes up, and then I've got rain coming down from on top, just so it's like you. And I know what you were saying about this coaster into the blue being too fast into the station, but I'd extended the brake run. It extends out to here, but as I say, it's been in there so long. If I started, yeah, I can't edit coaster anymore. It's so old now. You can't even edit it or anything. Oh no, I could close it and edit it, I suppose. Yeah. Mm. I think it's simply that the brake run I haven't got it set too aggressively. I think it's quite soft on the brakes, so I could up the braking and then it might slow it down a little bit more. But yeah, let's do a quick point of view. The best view I think for this is actually seat one. So we'll do this quick run at dusk, and then everyone can see what it looks like. Because I really enjoy it at sunset, sorry. And yeah, so enjoy. But yeah, it is a bit hot and heavy into the station. There is another thing about this coaster, because originally I had just instead of the instead of this 0G roll, I had like a bump, and it came down, and it wasn't as close to this. But we'll run it through. Hopefully, we'll get the coaster. Oh, it's over there in the background. It's just done the loop. But yeah, I kind of wanted to give that flying, but also like more like a peregrine falcon, so that's why it's a bit faster. Thank you, a thief has been caught. I really need to know that. So when the coaster comes over, I'll pause it, because I worked out by the way the coaster's, I mean, it's really close. Yeah, here we come. There we go. It is practically, but never actually on it. Oh, there's a tiny bit of bush clipping, but apart from that, they're not actually hitting the top. So yeah, a little bit of hitting a leaf wouldn't hurt. One leaf, I can move it. So I'm going to be kind to your guests. But yeah, I worked this out so they wouldn't actually hit the top because of the way they're strapped in, and also with this type of wing coaster, you've got, yeah, your legs are strapped in at the bottom, so you can't move forward. That guy on the back on his own. How come he's on his own? There's like an entire full queue, and surely there's room for other people. He's panicking. He's not enjoying himself, is he? Not enjoying himself at all. And yeah, I do like sitting here. Just watch it fly around by the water feature. These are the sort of things I get up to when I don't want to be creating, or I'm trying to think of the next bit for my park. Yeah, they look out towards those. They're triggered, in case anyone's wondering where the smoke's triggered from. It's actually triggered from Into the Blue, because I put them at the end of Into the Blue, because you can see them from the coaster. And this one, right, let's do this one as well. Let's have a quick look. Just buy a PS5. Face full of bush, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was that bad. They're only getting a little bit. But yeah, it was kind of close. Right, let's... Oh, whoa, whoa. Other one, please. Yeah, I was surprised I got this to 7.83, but I think it's just the sheer first drop that pushes the excitement up. I'll have a look afterwards at the excitement ratings and where it's pushed up. And I also put in here, I put lockers at the back there, and the security camera, which I've got to add to my second park. I've got to do all that sort of stuff. Although my next park is a bit different to this one. Right, another POV. We'll just have a quick ride, and then I'll talk about the excitement ratings and things on this. I did like Tommy's idea of crows counting as penguins during the review. But yeah, I had crows because they're typically British. Right, well, I actually want to... this bit, this is the... Oh, camera. This is the bit where it goes through the water. I noticed afterwards it goes through the water, and I was like, okay, I'll turn that into a feature. So I put loads of effects around it, so we'll watch as it goes through, because it's just about to. So there's all these... So that's triggered waterfall splashes everywhere the coaster hits. That's not just standardly in the game, although people might not notice that. And also the other thing that I did was these here. These this little mist on the side, because I wanted to make it like the coming off the water. So I did it all round a lot of the rivers. I did it there, and I did it where there was a lot of water over here as well. On Into the Blue, I put some here and some over on this side. So that was the idea behind that. So lots of little attention to detail, which I'm probably missing in my next park, if I'm honest. But we're going to go and quickly look at that. Yeah. So up here was obviously the other Ghostbuster Easter egg. Oh, I wanted to show you the other Easter egg. before we jump out, which I showed at the beginning. And I do like this. I was quite pleased with this. This was based on a seaside cafe I'd found. I think it was a um, like they just served vegan friendly stuff or something. And I quite kind of looked like the design of it, or it was environmentally friendly restaurant, you know. And I just liked the style of it and took that and ran with it a bit and made it a bit more my own. But we want to. I'm gonna have to fast forward time, so bear with me, people, because I want to show you something quickly. Yeah. So we're on fast forward, and I'm paused, aren't I? So it won't fast forward. So yeah, back in here. I did show it at the beginning of the stream. You almost spotted it as well, because you said there was a dog in the floor. Well, it wasn't a dog, but it was something to do with being in here. The music's playing, but you can't hear it because it's fast forward. And we'll get towards 6 o'clock, just gone. And then, yeah, something happens in here. It's quite creepy with the sun moving across it really quickly. But yeah. Yeah, and that's a giveaway there as well. There's a little, you can just see it now. I say a giveaway. If you know what you're looking for, it's a giveaway. There's a little bit of sort of smoke there. Yeah, look, just there. Where my cursor is. Right there. And they're all connected to the terror dogs. If I'll show you afterwards because it will give it away otherwise. So let's fast forward time to 6 o'clock. Just gone. I think it's 6:30 something happens. I can't remember the time I set it on. But my son was sort of saying put it for 6:30 and 7:30 when I spoke to him. Oh, I've got to tell you something, Matty, about every time I did something in this park. After I put your I put your playground in really near the beginning, and my son said, I really like that, that's really good. And I still, yeah, that's Iron Matty's. I took it from the Frontier Workshop, and he's like, oh, so the best thing in your park you didn't even make. So then it was like, right, everything I'm going to build, I'm going to try and make it as good as that, if not, you know, try and improve and on what I normally do, and really push myself, which was good to have that kind of level of competition, and then made me realise what I was capable of. So, but every time I built something that looked good, he would go, did you take it off the workshop? Did you take it off the workshop? Did you take it off the workshop? And I was just... So, that's all he does now, to wind me up. Right, we're going to get to 6:30. We're nearly there now. Oh, hello, Barbarian King. Your son has great taste. Claire has an eye for talent. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, you couldn't hear the game sounds. Right, I'm with you. There we go. Whoa. So, yeah, look. We get this pop up at 6:30. But yeah, you saw Slimer's thing, and you thought it was one of the terror dogs in the floor, but it wasn't. But my son was like, yeah, you should have that trigger in at 6:30 and then later on. But yeah, there's all these ghosts in here, because we do good ghost stories in this country. So, and the dogs come to life a bit. Thanks for telling me a thief's been caught. I really need to know that. Yeah, the dogs come alive and start growling. But yeah, that was my little, if you're out here at night at the Abbey. Right, we'll load up my next park and I'll give you a quick preview, but I'm not going to go on any of the rides because I'll save that for when people do reviews. Not going to lie, that made me jump. Oh yeah, Barbarian King's a regular on my channel. He supported me through all the Bethesda stuff and everything. I'm going to quickly, while we load up the next part, tell you something that wound me up today. One of the challenges today for Fallout 76 was kill a 3-star legendary. So I'm like, okay, launch a nuke, kill the queen. That'll be what I can do. Got right near the end, it blue screened. So I'd gone through all this process of doing something. It took me nearly an hour to get to this point, and I was just like, right, that's it. Turning it off, stepping away for 5 minutes. And also hide the HUD. I don't have a keyboard. Otherwise I would. Yeah, I know I can turn off notifications. I've got the notifications on for my current part because I'm building, and as I'm building I want to know how well my security is performing and stuff. But yeah, I know I can turn them all off because I saw Tommy's video about it all. I'll turn them off but yeah, I can't hide the HUD, unfortunately. So this one, although it's set in an Australian biome, that's about where the Australianness of it all ends. We'll jump into Plipcam. I'll walk around and bear in mind it is a work in progress. So, but yeah, I had to put a bridge in right at the front. I've turned litter off as well and vomit because I was having a big issue with it with a couple of my queues because my exit paths are really long on two of the rides, or one of the, well, I say two of the rides. It's a dueling coaster, so yeah. So I need to get a cheap keyboard, which I can do when I've only just returned to work, so when I get a cheap keyboard, I'll pick it up and then I can hide this HUD. Let's quickly turn notifications off, seeing as everyone is getting annoyed with notifications. Right, where are we? Notifications. Settings. Important notifications and pop up. Right. Notifications only. Staff. Notifications only. Notifications only. Notifications only. So yeah, there we go. So it'll just pop up in here, but not pop up. So yeah, this is my new park. You play Fallout 76. You must be one of the only people still playing it. Yeah. Blue screen on Fallout. I don't believe it. Yeah, I know. It's a rare thing. That it's one of the few games that my other half actually plays with me. So she got a PS4, just a second-hand one recently, a reconditioned one, just so she could play it with me during the events and that. Because they've actually started adding some new content again. Anyway, we're here to look at parks, so let's wander around this park. Bearing in mind, work in progress. Actually, time. Set it to 12 PM, thank you. We're going to keep on this time. So yeah, bearing in mind everyone, this is a work in progress. So yeah, starting with a water feature. I mean, that gives it away what kind of theme it's going to be straight away. I'm liking the look at this park already, and not even got into it yet. Oh yeah, you've been saying you've been playing Horizon. Yeah, see, my security's not very good. There you go, living proof. Just running past us there. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. Cyberpunk. Yep, see, you're moaning at me. Cyberpunk has got worse since it came out. I played it when it first came out. There's a full playthrough on my channel of me struggling through the game. It's hilarious. Yeah, and all the glitches and everything. In fact, I was there with the seizure moment before they rectified that at the beginning. So yeah, well done. Well done. In fact, I've gone back to playing Witcher 3 because that was a far better game. Far better game. So yeah, this is the entrance. There's a couple of statues I've repeated, and I'm thinking, do I want to repeat them or change them or what? The PS4 edition works really well. In 30 hours had one crash. Oh yeah, Horizon's a good game. Yeah, I'll agree with you. Aztec Adventure Park based on Australia. Yeah, it's just Australia biome I went for because I thought, how am I going to explain having grass on top of desert? People won't buy into it. And I was like, there's one place in the world where I know they'll buy into it. Somewhere I've been. So yeah, Temple of Food, obviously, nice little. Built this really early on. And of course, Georgie, when I posted the pictures, he was like, I hope you're selling eyeballs, so soup, snake surprise, you know, monkey brains. Well, I think it said monkey brains, and then I looked up all the things they have at the Thuggy dinner in Temple of Doom, and yeah, it was eyeball soup, snake surprise, sauteed beetles, and monkey brains, chilled monkey brains, if we're technical, but I couldn't fit that on there. So we put that in there. Yeah, you got this nice little. Whoop. I'll just stand on here. Yeah. The one thing that annoys me about the temple thing, I've got all this like redstone brick for the temple pieces, and this I cannot change the colour of. It's so annoying because most things you can change the colour of. So we've got like a little marketplace over here as well. I wander over here. I'm yet to change the colour of all the staff, which I will be doing. Ah, that's something staff. I did not show you. Remind me to load up Smythe Country Park before we finish this stream, because there was one thing I did show you, that it had all the influences for the park on the staff list, and all the people that have inspired me and things. They're all staff. I'll probably do the same thing on here. So yeah, we got, this is like a little bazaar really, and they'll put a few kiddie rides here. And I wanted the water feature to kind of reflect the area it was in, like a poorer area, so it's a poorer water feature. Yeah. Hat's fantastic, which they kept saying, I don't want any hats, I'm not having enough fun. And this is the best ride in Planet Coaster, which everyone knows. Nice little picnic area. So over there I want jungle. I've only got 25% to play with though, and I'm thinking about putting another coaster in, and there's still lots of things I want to do. So I might do all the things I want to do and might not put a border on it, and then say border coming, jungle border coming soon if I get PS5. When I get a PS5. So this ride they absolutely go mad for, and it's just cars, but this they absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm going to be changing the colour of everything. We'll skip through this way. We'll just yeah, excuse me, coming through. The old hippos. And this is playing my favourite music in the game actually. I absolutely love this track. Let's pause. This gondola causes more nausea than one of my coasters in this park, which is interesting. Let's do guest facing. Actually, I like doing on these, not guest facing, wing. Yeah, we'll look down slightly. Oh no, I'm at the wrong station. You saw nothing. So yeah, we'll go on this one. Actually, car 2. Yeah, there we go. Look down slightly. And enjoy the ride, everyone. So on the left hand side, we're coming back, I was talking about it. The problem I was having with the queues was they were leaving litter all the way down the exit path on the left hand side because they're really long, because the entire coaster, the dueling coaster that I've built, is underground, which in hindsight was probably the stupidest idea I've ever had in my life, because it's so awkward to work underground, and I've still got to do some more under there. So I'm probably going to have to do those bits and a few other bits I want to do before I try and install the last coaster. But I've said to myself, I've got 10% left. When I've done everything I want to do, then I'm putting in a fourth coaster. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if I can fit it all in on a PS4 park. But yeah, I wanted to, because I've come out of Plipcam, it's jumped me right back here. We were over here basically. But yeah, this is just a work in progress at the moment, so bear that in mind, of course, everyone. This statue I've used twice, and I'm like, do I want to use it twice? But it's once there. That statue's completely... That's one of my older blueprints, so I put it in there. Oh, hold on. Let's unpause that. I keep pressing my mute button to unpause the game. I'm so used to pressing the mute button. But yeah, we've got a basic little area here. Oh, it's much easier in Plipcam, isn't it? Let's get back in Plipcam, then I can walk around. You, sir, you will do. Nick Bradley. Uncharted flight is too gentle for me. Well, don't go on it then, sir. Don't moan about it, just don't go on it. Nobody's forcing you. Yeah, let's walk up the main strip. So yeah, it's got all the red brick kind of feel, like it's been dug out the ground. So yeah, there it is as well. It's next to the queue for the test flight. Still lots of planes in the park, I'm noticing. There's my restaurant, which is very similar to the restaurant blueprint they gave you, but I kinda copied it but changed it, if that makes any sense. And all these little things here. I do like that gulpy logo as well. And over here, and staff. Yeah, I had an idea for a staff park with I don't know whether you can see it from here. You can't really see it. There's a statue up there. Yeah, you can just see it. There, the statue inside. On top of the staff room. So this bit's a bit bare, but I've got an idea of what I want to do, and that's leading up to the hotel. So we'll just take a walk up to the hotel. Some nice statues up here again. Yeah, this hotel. This took a little bit of time, and I'll show you that in detail because I'm kind of proud of it. And then we've got the coaster over here as well, with a little bit to sit and relax, and they do use these benches, and they've got a lovely view of the valley with the coaster. Probably going to put some crocodiles down there, don't know yet, but you do kind of see that when you're coming back on the like, I would say, hyper coaster. It's not that big. It's big enough, but it's not massive. But yeah, this let's get out Plipcam and quickly look at this hotel. This is a tiny little hotel which few people have seen already. Yeah, there's my hotel with nice water feature on the end. It's I think it's nearly 2,000 pieces, this hotel. I got a bit carried away. I originally did it without all the vegetation, and I was like, I could add some vegetation. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to add some vegetation to it. And then spent an entire day doing that. But it's kind of proud of how it turned out. Yeah, it's 1,895 objects. That's tiny. So yeah, it can still be a blueprint to upload onto thing, because if you keep it under 2,000. So that is the next park, work in progress, to be finished. Still got 25% to play with. So over here, this will either have, when it's finished, awaiting PS5 update and a few bits of building materials in, or it'll have a coaster. One of the two. So I'm hoping it's a coaster. I'm hoping it's a coaster. I love that hotel. Almost. Wow. Well, thanks. So the spotlight's gone up to 885 views. That's good. Can you put little boats in the water? Yeah, you can. What are you saying? So yeah, I've got boats in the water here. So you've got these boats, which are the steamboats, like in my other park, and you've got the pirate rowboats. Next, I was saying about I've got an idea for pirates, so I might do pirates, but Matt is sort of saying do sci-fi because I hardly ever do sci-fi spotlights. So I know which one he'd prefer. But I haven't seen many pirate parks either. People are leaning more towards traditional, like, theme parks. That's what I see a lot of spotlights on, which is not a bad thing. I enjoy it. I like that sort of thing. Um, like Fantasy Island I have down the road from me. Oh, there's a crash plane here as well. Yeah, and all the jungle noises and that. Right next to the Star Wheel, which is themed, of course. I was like, I'm gonna theme my flat rides, and then got to this and was like, yep, I've integrated it, but not themed it really. But yeah, it's a it's a thrill ride that you've got to have some. You won't catch me doing that. Goes right out over the cliff. So yeah, there's some bits I've got around here. I'll give you a sneak peek actually of the Jordan Coasters station. There we go. There's a Jordan Coaster station, and it's a rival. It's not coloured how I want to colour it yet, so I've got a lot of work to do with it. But yeah, it's getting there. But the little tow rags were just leaving litter all the way up here. It was just strewn in it, and I'm like, right, I'm taking litter off. That's going. That's gone. Um, there's a few things I've got to do around the ride, and yeah, you've got pretty big lift hills that come out and go all the way up here, and then the coaster. And the G's are really high on this, but the best coaster to go on is the one on the right. I don't know whether it's going to be red or whether I'm going to change the colour of it when I finish. Definitely changing the colour of this one. I've come up with an idea for the theme, but it's yeah, it's pretty windy, and there's some. I think it's 6 point something. It's nearly 7 Gs. It's kind of similar to Formula One Gs, but it's for a split second. And I'm like, okay, the body could take that. It's all right, as long as it's not 9 Gs, which would definitely finish them off. So yeah, boats. I could put boats, these little boats around here, which would probably add something more. I'd like to put some jungle along here. That's kind of the vision I have for it, and perhaps a kind of staff building there, perhaps, for admin and things like that. All these ideas I've got, but whether I can execute them. Coaster here, more in the valley, because you've just got light jungle at the moment, and that, to me, that's not good enough. I want heavy, dense jungle, and then over here, where the volcano is, I need to add more here, because there's a little volcano. But I mean, the star attraction is the hotel at the moment. But I want the hotel to be seamlessly blended like it is kind of with this bit here with all the jungle. And I've got 25% to do all that in. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. Right, let's go back to the other part because there's one thing that I didn't show everyone. And I was like, ah. So I could show you some of my early parks, my early attempts and why they got abandoned. In fact, yeah, and my early coasters, which were awful, just to give people some inspiration and make them feel a bit more confident about building. I can't wait to spot like this. It's so cool and original. A little part of me wonders if the hotel should be the centre of the park. Yeah, nah, it's alright. As it's the main focal point and build around it. That would be very original. It's funny you should say that. Let me do a pirate park next then. And then I'll do a sci-fi park. Or perhaps I'll do a sci-fi park with the hotel as the spotlight. Right, the thing I didn't show anyone. Staff. So all staff. Right, so I've got Moomin Little Socks, Boz Midget Slayer, uh, MB Zust 98, or Jasmine from M&J Games, of course, Fistful of Herbs, Chrissy P, who you mentioned the Fox, and that's who I've got as the Fox mascot, and I've got Insomniac Games because he inspired me, and he's the other mascot, which is who, and then you've got you, Iron Matty, on there as the. Let's go find Iron Matty. There you are. As King Coaster. So yeah, I put all the references to people that influenced me and inspired me in the yeah. Then we got Planet Plipcam. Right down here. Let me have a look. We got Tommy P, Tommy CM. Tommy CM was the mechanic. Magic Mike 69, Hobo Billy, Cakist, Michael from M&J Games, and Silex. The Silex Park, I mean, you probably know, he's, yeah, actually on Iron Matter's channel, everyone, that if you're interested in what I've been showing here tonight, go and look at the Silex Park, underwater park. I can't remember what it was called. Off the top of my head, I'll try and find the link for it and post it if I remember. It's absolutely brilliant. It's an underwater kind of coaster. It's just one coaster and experience, but the terraforming it and everything is just it's blew me away. Absolutely blew me away, and it feels like it's properly underwater, which is really hard to do in this game. Because let's just destroy an illusion for everyone. That's what it looks like underwater. It just looks like the normal above ground stuff. Silex is insane, yeah. Crystal Eye, that's the one, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. Oh, hello, Lodge. How you doing? You're right at the end of the stream. We've pretty much been through everything, but it'll be on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch. Um, there isn't. I'll quickly show you some of my early stuff while we're here. Let's go. I don't know whether I have my first ever park on here, because every time I ran into a problem with them, I kind of gave up. Yeah, it is. My first ever park is on here. So, people that are on the channel who have seen my early. So, yeah, you can see where I came from. But I wasn't going to upload anything till I was happy with what was on there. But you'll be like, what? You made this? And the dawning realization that to build anything good, you need more than more than a week, really. You need about a month. And that's full time, if you're lucky. But yeah. I'm just in the door from work, Dragonborn. Glad to see you're still streaming. Yeah, well, I'll be here for a little bit longer, I think. Just showing the failed parks. Did you ever walk around in Guns, Halloween edition? I've seen you walk around it. I haven't actually, because I've seen you walk around it. I think I've seen Tommy do it. So yeah, this is one of my early parks. Let's find the entrance and then let's go to Plipcam and see what it looks like. Because I've never done this in Plipcam. So let's find someone. You'll do, sir. No, not you. The gentleman, not the child. When it grabs hold of the wrong person. Plipcam. So yeah, I had this desire to try and build. I think I'll probably use blueprints and stuff in this as well. Yeah, I think I have. Which, it's not frowned upon, but kind of. Probably wouldn't use blueprints so much now because they use so much of the piece count. They use so much of the thermometer. It's unbelievable, and you could probably achieve similar results for a lot less pieces. So I tend to stay away from them. So yeah, this was my first ever park, and a failed little park. Yeah, it is. It's all blueprints, from the Frontier blueprints, and whilst they're good, they just use up so much of your piece count. And I had this sort of dream of doing a Western park, and then they did this, didn't they? They put Surgeon Doc Brown, and I was like, right. So I came up with this silly idea of trying to incorporate a Back to the Future reference in some of my parks, and we all saw how that turned out. Yeah, so drop tower, the classic. I've just started playing Planet Coaster, so I'm going to put in a drop tower ride. I tend to stay away from drop towers now. This one, right? Forge. It's just cram packed with rides. There's just loads of rides, loads of blueprints, and it's very, very, very little of it was designed by me. So, I mean, I think I put this guy here, kicking the floor, and this was mine for the chairplane. That was about it. And that coaster was mine. That coaster is just absolutely insane. We'll go on it though, because it's mad. Oh yeah, the Eagle ride as well, which I've not used that since I've put it in this park actually. But yeah, it's all. I think it was the mine train. I put a mine train in here, and my son was like, "You do realise that no kids would go on that? That's crazy." And it just kind of. It's more me trying things out and getting used to how the game works, than building anything serious. But yeah, we'll go on this. We'll go on Canyon Runner. We'll go on Train 2. I don't know what view to go for. Can we go look forward? Look forward, we've still got everything in the way. I don't like going front bumper because you're too close to the track. We'll go front bumper anyway. Right. Prepare to be terrified, should I say, instead of enjoy the ride. That coaster looks lethal. Yeah, that's the problem I had when I started the game. That's probably why I didn't upload any of my early workshops. Not only did they look lethal, they were just deadly. Oh, this block zone isn't working. It's working real well, isn't it? Yeah, let's not sit here for a week. Come on. There we go. Right, this is a mine train. This is a kids family-friendly ride. Yeah, just no kids should be getting on this ride ever, and you'll see why in a minute. I'm just terrified watching it. It's just, it's frightening. And then I put another lift hill in. It's like it needs one. Let's be honest. It just does not need another lift hill. So yeah, short of running over the guests, so I think I was trying to find a legal way of killing guests in this park. And looking back on it, it's just awful. Um, but you know, I kind of want to show people that if you can stick with it. Let's have a look at the results though. Let's have a look at how much. I mean, it's 128 seconds, so it's just over 2 minutes. 1,400. Max speed of 74 miles per hour. Average speed of 25. Biggest drop 55. Out of 5 Gs. 6.49 Gs. Max vertical G-force. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Still pretty bad, let's be honest. Um, yeah, terrifying. So yeah, great Scott. And this was before I built the latest DeLorean. Look, there's my original made out of shapes DeLorean from Back to the Future 3. And I put a few time things and kind of the train. Couldn't put wings on that train. Probably could now, but I couldn't at the time because I didn't have the knowledge of the pieces in the game. You definitely need to build that up, and you need to build up blueprints. Great Scott is the place the advert talked about. Let's try it. I was already going to Great Scott, but the advert makes me more excited. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. What more excited to? Right, let's have a look at the results. So yeah, awful really. 6.6 excitement. That's low. It's 200. It's nearly 3 minute. Well, yeah. What? 3 minute ride? 4 minute ride? I don't know. Just doing quick maths. Yes, what? Oh, it's 4 minute ride. 117 miles per hour, 30 mile per hour average speed, 124 minute biggest drop, 9.2 T, 9.2 Gs. So yeah, it would kill you. This would kill you. So this is my first ever coaster. And I think I have to atone to Steel Vengeance and build a proper coaster with the Steel Vengeance track some of the time. So yeah, this would kill you. 100%. So could have done with a bit of smoothing. Yeah, all my coasters could do with a bit of smoothing. To be honest, I've seen a lot worse. Yeah, well, this one, yeah, you've said you've seen a lot worse than the other one. This one is probably the one that you've seen that's a lot worse. So let's let's go, shall we? This is terrifying. I remember when I built it, it was terrifying. Oh, come on, block zones. Yeah, come on, go, 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 please. It's probably going to stop at the top here. Oh no. I probably didn't know about block zones because look, we've got a train stuck up the top there. And we're going to get to the top here and probably stop. Oh no, it's going. So we're going to go around there and we're going to sit there for a week as well. Yeah, nobody's interested in sitting up here. We want to get to the bit that terrifies us all. We want to fear for our lives. I mean, you can just see part of it in front of us now, so... It goes down into a canyon, but it is... Oh, the music's good. It's the classic Western music that everyone uses. Hold on. Right. I want to change it to a time when we can see how terrified we are. So let's pause it and get back in. No, we don't want to be on you. We want to be on this one. Yep, come on. Ready? Yes, I had a lot to learn about block zones when I first built this game. When I first played this game. Right, here we go. Oh, that was a bit rough. I say that about that little bit, those little dips there, those little bunny hops, but no, the rest of it was real rough as well, let's be honest. And the obligatory second lift hill. So, yeah. I'm curious as to where that 9Gs is, actually. I'm really curious now. We'll have a look at the G-force from the last run. Oh no, third lift hill. Third lift hill. Let's not mess around. 3 lift hills to get me back to the station, I think. Yeah, it just runs down into the station. And they put their hands up. I'm surprised he can move after that. I'm surprised they're not all like in serious trouble and in need of A&E. So let's was it vertical G's? It was vertical G's. Last run data, please. Previous run data. Oh no, I did not want to click off there. Let's try again. Heat maps. I don't use heat maps that much, and I should use them a lot more than I actually do. Previous run data. Right, where is this? Where is these 10Gs? Or 9.55. So yeah, a lot of it's at the bottom of dips and stuff, which I kind of felt on the ride. Which, yeah. Okay. Where are you? 9.5 Gs. 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Okay, it doesn't actually show up, but it is still a terrifying ride. Oh, that down there. Is that the bottom of the first, that insane drop? Yeah. And it's probably there. That's probably where I'm hitting those high Gs. Because I think it comes up too quickly. I didn't have enough space because I know from doing it, I've done like a what's the word? A drop coaster to try and get the 200 mile per hour reward. Like thing. I did a coaster that stretched from the top of the thing, the top of the map, right to the bottom, dug out, and I realised to get that to slow down to the point where it was you had to do it in 5 degree increments each time to bring it up, so the coaster would actually still run. I don't know whether I still have that coaster, but yeah, that was to get the 200 mile per hour coaster, and then I discovered there was a much easier way of doing it, which was just build a what's the word, coaster. Yeah, here we go, Head Rush Project. This is the one that I got the 200 mile per hour trophy with. But yeah, I learned after that there's a much easier way of doing it, which is with the launch coaster. But I'd done this because why not? So this is absolutely mad, this thing. And then I will end the stream after this one because I've probably taken enough of everyone's time. Although it's been fun showing you my failed projects. But hopefully by showing people my failed projects, it gives them inspiration and confidence to go on and do bigger and better things each time. My best advice, I would say, for playing this game is like build up some blueprints, because once you get those blueprints in the game, you can then refer back to them, perhaps improve them. Yeah. So this goes from the highest point to the lowest point to get the 200 mile per hour speed limit. It exceeds G-force limits, which is probably not surprising for a wing coaster. Yeah, it says it's untested. Um, yeah, so I'm going to terrify everyone now. Test mode. Start test. Yeah, it's basically... And to slow it down, I had to bring it back up in 5-degree increments as well. It's just... yeah. Mad. Mad, mad. So yeah, the coaster I should have used was not the wing coaster. I should have just used um let's see, speed. Yeah. So yeah, it hits over 200 miles per hour at the bottom there. And you get 202, which underground in that tunnel bit. But yeah, it exceeds G-force limits, and there's no way anyone could go on it. But yeah, it's still going up at 150 miles per hour, and it's still doing 100 when you hit the top. I mean, it is insane. It's absolutely insane. So that got me the 200 mile per hour coaster. But what I should have done, and hindsight's a wonderful thing, and since I started watching coaster videos online, I learnt something. And there's a lovely little coaster in here, which would have been far easier to do it with, which is, and can anyone guess what I'm going for? And it wouldn't have exceeded G-force limits, and I would have been able to open it and put people in the actual coaster if I can find the stupid thing. Where is it? I think I've gone past it. Oh, there it is. Sprint 500, as they call it. Yeah, it'd have been far easier to do it with this coaster, because this coaster is designed to go over 200 miles per hour in reality, and that's the one it's based on. And just put it over a top hat stall, and I would have got that trophy. Did you ever see? Oh yeah, Super Zoidon. Yeah, the Wipeout coaster. Yeah. 117 mile per hour wooden coaster. Yeah, yeah, that thing was terrifying. So this thing that I've just done is 200. Yeah, so I should have done it with the Sprint 500 to get that trophy, but I didn't know at the time, and I built this thing. Yeah, this was inspired by Gaussian BTH, doing that Wipeout coaster, because I saw that and I was just like, I'm going to build something similar. And yeah, I came up with this crazy concoction. And then I tried to build, and I realised when building from the ground up, if you build from the ground to the ceiling, it takes up 1% of your meter on PS4. I mean, that coaster alone takes up 16% because of how deep down it goes and how high it goes. Because the two things that this game doesn't like is height and depth. So when you start playing with height and depth too much, you push that limit, that Oswald meter, really high, really quickly. So start building around something that's high up in the air, and you start having problems. So yeah, if you want to keep if you want to put lots in your park, you just build close to ground level, and you don't go above sort of 50 meters with your coasters, and your buildings you tend to keep 1 or 2 stories, and you'll be able to build a lot more than if you're building skyscrapers and stuff, and big tall science fiction type buildings and that sort of thing. So Yeah, and that thing that you found out about the paths was really useful, Matty, as well. Um, I'd kind of I'd built paths thick all the time anyway because I learned early on congestion wasn't good in your park, so I started building thick parks. But definitely is a learning curve, this game. But let me scenery quickly, my creations. So some things I've done. So yeah, the more you play with the game, the more you build up this kind of backlog, I suppose, of things you've built. Like, and you just start saving them. Like, I've got this little lunar landing vehicle, which now I think isn't that good. This is actually, I uploaded this, I was quite pleased with this, from the last Starfighter. But I won't be putting that in a sci-fi park. But yeah, that's from the old film. Oh, my dog's just coming. Hold on. Yeah, so you sort of build up this backlog of stuff. This is newer stuff that I'm doing, that I've done. But I'm thinking about doing fantasy as well. But you just build up blueprints, and then you can start planning parks better, I've found. Oh, here's an early coaster I built as well. I think this was one for in-game. So I think that's the first coaster I ever built in-game. We'll quickly... This one I don't think is that scary. Or not as scary as the other one I did. Not as scary as that other first open world one. Your parks are awesome. Natural stream. I'll do what I can to try and help you get... Okay, thanks for dropping by, Matty. And yeah, thanks for dropping by, Matty. And I'll see you... Well, I'll speak to you in the Discord anyway. And I'm going to end the stream here anyway, because I've been streaming for a couple of hours. So we'll just end with my first ever coaster I ever built in the game. Which is a nice little... But yeah, thanks for dropping by, everyone. It's probably the most viewers I've had in a long time on stream. And I'll stream again soon. Oh my word. What was I thinking, building 3 corkscrews in a row? Ah, let's just stick another one. Oh, I think that might actually be... Is that one of the in-game coasters that it asks you to theme? Let me have a look at the results, that'll tell me. Ah, it's not finished testing yet. There we go. Yeah, G-Force isn't too bad. I reckon that must be one of their coasters. There's no way I could build that as that good a coaster to start with, because I had no idea about coasters. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to leave it there. I've shown you some of the crazy things in my back catalogue and what it took to get to the park that I've showed everyone at the beginning of the stream, and the one that Matty looked at, which I'm very grateful for. So if you haven't seen the review, go check it out on Matty's channel. And I will see you all. Well, yeah, hopefully I'll see you all soon. And take care, have fun, and yeah, I'll end there. Terrible at wrapping up. Don't want to go. Don't want to end the stream. 2-hour stream for me. Yeah, I'm normally here for a lot longer. 3 hours when I'm streaming Fallout or something. We must return with Witcher as well. I must get back to that. So I haven't forgotten about all those things. I will be doing them at some point. I'm just trying to settle back into work and kind of work out schedules and things like that. Wow, that looks really good, doesn't it? A dragon in front of a city. On that note, thanks for watching. Bye bye.